It's about 4:45 in the morning, and I'm trying to get an even earlier start this morning so I can get some miles in before it gets warm again. But I have to find my bear bag, and it is pitch black out here, and it is way down here in the woods, so this ought to be interesting. Anyway. As soon as I find it and get up there to my tent, I'm going to have some breakfast and get out of here. Talk to you in a while. Alright, there it is. There's the rope. There's the bag. I missed it by just a little bit, so I had to come in from the back. I came swinging around the wrong way, but anyway. Alright, it's all intact, so I'm ready to get it down. Go eat. Alright. It's 5:30 and I am on the trail. Moving a little slow because it's so dark, but we've got about 5 miles of pretty easy hiking to do before I get to a big climb. And I want to go fast and get to that climb before it starts getting too warm, so I'm going to move as quick as I can. Try not to run into anything. It's just getting a little bit light. I can just see without my headlamp on. Been hiking past the reservoir this morning. Unfortunately, won't get great views of it since I'm hiking mostly in the dark, but maybe it'll be bright enough and I'll come out the other side and see a little bit of it. Last night, those folks I met off the road had given me their water, or given me some water from a jug they had, so I didn't have to fill up. And I was so tired, I just went on. Wow, look at this blowdown. Not sure how I'm gonna get around that whole thing. Anyway, so they, so yeah, I just went on without getting any more water, and so I didn't have a lot of water for last night. I just kind of was making do because I knew within a couple miles this morning there'd be a nice spring, and I hear it right up ahead, so I need to fill up. I have got zero water and I am thirsty. Well, I hadn't heard about that, but anyway, looks like maybe normally this is where you go, and now we're going this way. So, temporary relocation. Not sure exactly what that is down there. Could be, I mean, it's obviously a fireplace type thing, but could be something new that someone's kind of constructed, or not that new, but I mean, in the last 20 years or something. Looks like it's kind of falling apart, or it could be really old. There are plenty of remnants of houses, dwellings, and habitation from the past out here. I think people that, were sort of just hanging out on the land, but also many people that owned land out here and were kicked off when a lot of this land was turned into state parks and federal protected land and stuff like that. I was just hearing something the other day about the people that used to live in the Smokies and how they still get together for reunions every so often, just for their ancestors that used to live in the Smokies and got booted out all those years ago, and that was turned into federal land. So anyway, interesting stuff. Wow, what a beautiful little area here, my gosh. It's just after 7:30 and I've made my 5.5 easy miles. And it's already starting to warm up, for sure, but on the side of the mountain where the sun's blocked from me for the time being, and it's still, of course, fairly early and fairly cool. So I've got about 4 miles now of some steep climbing, so however difficult it is, I'm just glad I'm not doing it at 11 o'clock. When the sun's cooking me. So my plan is coming together. I've crossed over to the other side of the mountain now, and the sun's beating down on me, but the good thing is it's still really low in the sky, so I don't have much chance of getting sunburned, so I don't have to put my hat on, which is awesome, because that just heats me up doubly fast. So, how to find the bright side. Today is Saturday, and I've come out onto a road in a little area called Long Mountain Wayside. And as you can see, there are a lot of people that came out here on this Saturday to enjoy the wayside. And I don't know whether, they hike up that road, whether they drive up that road, whether they're hiking on this trail, but I'm expecting to see a handful of people out here at least, enjoying everything. I'm really close to the town of Buena Vista, a few miles away, which some people go to resupply. This is kind of cool right here. Is a whole map of the AT. I know it's hard to see with the glare, but it starts down here in Georgia, that red line, works its way up, all the way up to right there. So that's where I'm at so far. This is what I still have to finish. Da 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 da. I'm not even close to halfway. So anyway, I'm sure that really showed you a whole lot. But anyway, I'm gonna get going. I'm on the shady side of the mountain again. It feels so good. Nice little breeze coming through for the past 5 minutes. No sun. Woo! Might barely be able to see a red bandana up there. Oh, it's kind of missing, but anyway, I just ran across Gumby. That's his trail name. Anyway, he's trying to thru hike this year, do the whole thing. He's I don't know, I'd guess he's probably about my age, maybe slightly older. But yeah, good talking to him. He kind of confirmed that, yeah, some hikers are kind of starting to catch up a little around here, and starting to, bottle up a little. I mean, you can't call it a bottleneck this year. There's hardly anybody out here, but still more than what I've seen. So hopefully I'm looking forward to running across more people like Gumby. Just crossed paths with another guy out here. His trail name is Friend, and he thru hiked the AT in 2018. He's out here training because next year he wants to go for a fastest known time. So that's kind of exciting. It's been kind of a thing the last few years, you know. It seems like a couple times a year somebody knocks off the previous fastest known time. And then of course there's, you know, a little controversy because people do it supported and unsupported. So, you know, supported where they've got people waiting at stops for them with food and, you know, a place for them to sleep and this and that, maybe even running along with them for segments and things like that. So then you got unsupported where, you know, it's just someone out doing it themselves. And I didn't think to ask him which way he intends to do it, but anyway, good luck, friend. Have to keep an eye out, see if he manages to do it next year. Wow, the breeze has really picked up. It's so nice. It's making this hike today much easier. Yeah, I definitely think that things are changing as far as the amount of people out here. Just, I mean, I can't get on here constantly and just keep saying every new person I meet if there's lots and lots of people, but yeah, I just ran across a guy. His trail name is Pace. And so we sat and talked for way too long. But he did the Appalachian Trail in 2018 as well. And he did the PCT last year, is wanting to do the Camino this year, except, you know, they can't get over to Spain because things have been somewhat canceled. And so anyway, he's out here messing around for a month. So yeah, it was good talking to him. He's a fun guy, interesting guy. That last panoramic view was from Cole Mountain. It was beautiful up there. Like everywhere else out here. But almost what was even better is just the people up there. So a couple more through hikers I met and a couple of guys that were just out for a day or two. And so I sat around and, you know, I could say wasted time, but it was really nice. Really nice to hang out and just talk with people about stuff. And so yeah, spent some time up there and enjoyed it. Now I am in the search of water. This morning there was a lot of water, but of course I didn't need it. You know, I was going downhill and for several miles, and anyway, so you know I had plenty of water. But now it's been a lot of climbing and not a lot of water at all. There was a shelter a little ways back, but the shelter's like a half a mile to 6/10 of a mile off the trail. So I mean, you'd have to hike a minimum of a half mile, then hike, you know, 1 or 2/10 of a mile from the shelter to get water, then all the way back. I mean, you know, you've wasted almost, you know, you've done almost an extra mile and a half. So that's crazy. So down here, the bottom of this gap in between mountains, there's supposed to be some water, and I mean I'm certain there is, but I'm just not exactly sure where it is. I think it's going to be a ways off trail as well, 3/10 of a mile or so. So you know, that'll be maybe close to a half mile, a little more than a half mile I have to hike, but that's a lot better than 1.5. So get down here, get my water, and then get back cruising again. Okay, I just crossed the gap back there, and I sure am hoping, yes, that this is water, and it is. So that's awesome. Now, problem is, it's sort of no good trail, but I'm just gonna 3/10 of a mile. So I got a little hike, but that's what I've got to do. So might as well get started. Sure, I'm glad I got that water, because it is hot. It has gotten hot out here. So it wasn't a complete waste of time walking down there, because it has allowed me to live, which I would not be doing without water. Anyway, it really wasn't a bad hike down. It was really fairly level. I mean, a little downhill, which means I had to do a little uphill coming back, but not bad at all, not much. So it was really nice. If I had to hike that far, that it was pretty easy. And the added bonus of meeting Seth and his children. His two boys were down there and he was down there. I didn't know any of them, but I met him, had a good talk. Pretty awesome. He's got his family out here having fun, teaching them to love camping and backpacking, which appeared to me they had already learned. And they even had their killer dog out here who wanted to eat me. Kept growling at me, being protective of the kids. But I didn't lose any body parts, so it's all good. All right. Man, it's hot. And now I'm heading back into the woods, and that is a good thing for shade. And I think I'm gonna find a place up here somewhere to stop and have some lunch, because I have no more energy. And I think it's because I just haven't eaten enough. All of a sudden, it's getting even gustier than it has been all day. And it's still nice though. This breeze has saved the day for all of us out here. It really cooled things off. Even though it's a hot day, you know, in the 80s. But now the breeze, yeah, just keeps picking up, even though it looks very nice out here, and don't see any clouds or anything, so I don't think it's blowing in anything bad. It's just blowing good. Very relaxing. And I needed some water. So, full water bottles and ice cold feet. About another 5 minutes, I'll be ready to go. I'm about a mile from the shelter, and that'll put me at almost exactly 20 miles for the day, which is good. I'm really worn out, but after soaking my feet, they feel great. So kind of thinking it's still relatively early. I think it's 4 o'clock or something. So I think I'm gonna go to the shelter. Should be there in maybe 30 minutes, and maybe just sit down, eat dinner, and just evaluate. If I'm feeling still fine, I might just do another couple of miles at least tonight before I set up camp, but I might not either. All right, I'm here, and looks like a nice shelter, a nice place to stay. The problem is I don't see spots to tent in, so I don't know. I may be tenting like right here. Otherwise, maybe I'll look down these trails. They probably go to the privy and to water and stuff like that, but we'll see. Otherwise, I'll have to continue down the trail a ways. Oh well. I really don't want to stay inside.